throughout for our kids in our school, creating the Jewish Studies leadership team. We're missing one component to that team, but we have 3 components there. And that's our Jewish Studies leadership team, once again, to enhance all aspects of Jewish Studies within our school. These are just a few of the things that are happening. Sorry?
On the model you showed, the director of the global Jewish study, before they go to answers about implementation of
The person is actually hired by Chabad Youth, and is actually an employee of Chabad Youth, and they'll be running programs hand in hand with the heads of Jewish Studies, work very closely together with the heads of Jewish Studies and the principal. These are just some of the things that are happening around our school at present, or have just happened in recent times. So we had an assistant graduation and prize giving, which is actually quite a spectacle. We had students learning tens and tens, maybe even more than 100 block motto. Tanya about that, never missing a morning saver, winning quite a number of awards. It was a very, very moving ceremony, and it was one great pride for our school. Last week, Thursday, primary school participated in a Jewish inter-school chess competition, which is some of the things happening around campus. You may have seen it in our newsletter. And hot off the press, just as the newsletter was being finalized late Thursday afternoon, 2 of our students took out the first 2 places, competing against all the Jewish day schools here in Melbourne. And our team actually won the entire chess competition, to our credit. We had our Tishrei program here in Melbourne, coordinated by Rabbi. Basically, almost every single day of the holidays, there was the learning, Toilet de Kafan, the Fabranian, Sukkah Hops, there was Mitzoyim, there was Simple Space Yeshivahs, and it was really quite something. We had a large number of students participating every day. Throughout the entire few weeks of the program, we had a grand total of 50 different students participating, but we had usually on any given day between 25 and 40 students participating in different programs. And thank you to Rabbi and you may have seen a write-up about that in the newsletter as well. There's the Yeshivah Art Expo. I'm sure as you're driving around, you see some of the billboards around, and that's going to involve both primary and secondary students. It's a source of great pride for us. It's a time to showcase our students' talents, and it's a time for us to showcase our school. We have a prep readiness evening coming up next week. Very, very important evening for all the prospective parents coming into prep. We have a Mishnayos Bal-Peh dinner, and that's tomorrow night. And this is something of great pride once again in our school, and to Rabbi Gordon and to Rabbi Lowenthal for coordinating that dinner. We're introducing drama in the secondary school, which is part of our national curriculum initiative as well. And the final thing I wanted to mention is this is an initiative that I think will facilitate a lot closer partnership and communication between parents, community, and school. We're going to have approximately once a term an open agenda meeting, be it a brunch time or an evening, where myself, board members, and or members of the senior management team are available for anyone in the school community that wants to come and discuss any issues without an appointment. We may make them topical, but most importantly, just being there for the community and the parent body to answer and discuss and talk about any of the issues that might be facing them. And that will be an open agenda time, and that will be scheduled. There will be one we've got one before the end of the year, and it will be scheduled approximately once a term. So an open agenda, when you make the agenda, you can come in and decide what you want to discuss there. And as I surveyed the school, I've been here for about 3 months now, and surveyed the needs of our community and everything else, I'm very confident that our school will achieve unbelievable success, and we are achieving success. I find the support of the community of management is unwavering, and they want quality, and they're willing to put their money where their mouth is. We have a very, very talented staff. We've got a robust balance of the local people that have been here for quite some time, and the new talent and knowledge that's also coming into our school, and we're going to have quite a bit of that. There will be some staff change over next year as we work on developing that inspirational staff that I spoke about before. And it's amazing because the staff that work at Yeshivah College are not actually employees. And I mentioned this a few times in different forums. They're actually children. They have a passion. They're dedicated way beyond the letter of the law. If you look at any of the organizational leadership literature, it says, how do you measure the success of an organization? The success of an organization can be measured by how its employees go beyond the call of duty, beyond the number of them. And it's extraordinary to see how the shluchim, our school, our staff, our teachers, really have that passion to go beyond the number of them. I found the parent body, and I've met almost the majority of people in this room in different forums, be it parent information meetings, parent-teacher evenings, just in shul jobs, or even sitting around the table at a wedding. It's amazing to see how much support and goodwill and positive energy there is amongst our parent body. And I know it takes someone from outside the community to see what an extraordinary community we have. But coming into the community here, it's amazing. The amenities, the facilities, the sheer potential, and the wonderful development that we have, the infrastructure of this community is almost unparalleled. And most importantly, our children. We have an amazing, amazing community, and we've managed to bring up unbelievable children with great readers, with wonderful desire to learn, and most importantly, again, the Rabbi's promise for his mindset. And together with all these ingredients, I know and I'm sure that we are going to have tremendous success. At present, we've actually set up select refreshment tables for the ladies, for the gentlemen. There's also drink tables here as well. And I have the entire leadership team here at the school, both primary and secondary. So if you have any queries or questions, or things that might be a little bit more specific, again, personal things that you think might do better in a meeting format, or to discuss and make an appointment, that this is the time to have a chance to think about to talk. And I wanted to say a huge thank you to a few different people here tonight. Number one, to my secretarial support, to Rachel, to Michelle for putting together the evening. Thank you very much. To Chaim for introducing it. Thank you to Ellie Bain. To each and every single one of you for coming. I know it's difficult times that we're coming out and so thank you very much for that. You've been a wonderful audience. And very importantly, I can't believe the talent, insight, initiative, practical problem solving, and the synergy of the leadership team that I work with. And I feel privileged and very humbled to work with these people on a daily basis. The sheer potential and talent that these people have is one of the greatest ingredients in the success of our school. So thank you very, very much to the leadership team and for bringing all your enthusiasm and energy to the table. Thank you. And once again,